When the dean led a group of gynecologists towards the auditorium, I had a little surprise waiting for them.
Come on in. Watch out. It's a little slippery. And if you think it's hot out there, whoa! Come on! Come on! Come on!
As a freshman at the Medical College of Virginia, my roommate mocked me the second I stepped into the dorm. And yeah, I was already 30 years old. The whole campus was filled with cold apathy. At the opening ceremony, the dean bluntly stated that human nature simply couldn't be trusted. I couldn't disagree more. After the ceremony ended, I grabbed a bite with my new classmate, Bob. I couldn't help but question the dean's speech, because in my eyes, doctors need to build positive connections with their patients. To prove my point, I dragged Bob into a street experiment. I would do goofy things to grab attention, and Bob would record people's reactions. He thought the whole thing was completely pointless.
I reached her.
You scared her.
No. Wait for it.
Oh, you're nuts.
To no one's surprise, I won. People actually loved these fun, silly antics. Next, I talked Bob into dressing up as third-year interns to sneak into the hospital. While the professor spouted cold medical jargon about a diabetic patient, no one even noticed the sheer terror on the patient's face.
What's her name? I was just wondering the patient's name.
Marjorie.
Hi, Marjorie.
Hi.
Terrified of getting caught, Bob bailed. I kept wandering the halls until I nearly bumped straight into the dean. I ducked into a nearby ward to hide. When I turned around, I realized the room was filled with kids battling leukemia. They had absolutely zero energy, and the whole room reeked of the fear of death. I crept over to a little girl's bed. I didn't ask a single question about her illness. Instead, we just warmly swapped names. Then, I grabbed a rubber enema bulb and slapped it right on my nose. The goofy stunt made her burst into laughter. Hearing the noise, the other kids peeked over with sheer curiosity. Suddenly, the gloomy room was buzzing with pure joy. I even strapped a bedpan to my head, acting like a pirate sailing the high seas. In an instant, that dreary ward turned into a total playground. This ridiculous treatment only stopped when a nurse finally walked in. But just as I spun around to leave with a massive grin on my face, I slammed right into the dean. He dragged me into his office and strictly banned me from the hospital. Just to humiliate me, he put me in charge of hosting the visiting gynecologists next week. He told me to make them feel right at home.